Hello, grade 4. How are you guys? Wish you are good and safe. We have already finished the science recap sheet for the last 2 weeks, but today we will start with the first section of the new year curriculum, which is about the measuring tools. As you see in front of you, there are many measuring tools in front of you, like the measuring tape and ruler and many other measuring tapes. But before we complete our session, we will watch that song first. So I just saw on the video that we have measurement of any things. So there's many things around you have to be measured. But now I'm talking about the thing itself. So anything that we can measure, that the thing that we can hold, the thing that we can carry is a matter. So what is a matter? Matter is anything around you that has a mass and volume. So what is the matter? Anything that has a mass and volume. So if you got a table in front of you, may I ask you now, is it a matter? Yeah. Why? Excellent, because it has a mass and volume. So anything around you has a mass and volume. That means it's a matter. We have another definition of the matter. Matter has mass and occupy the place. Like, what's the meaning of that? I mean, like, if you got a bottle of water in front of you, yeah, look at the bottle of water that in front of you. Well, this bottle of water has a mass. If you put it on the scale, it will give you a number of grams. That means it has a mass. And if I put it in a place, I can't say that this place is empty because it has already something in it. That means it's occupied place. So what is a mass? We say that a matter, anything has mass and volume. So what about the mass? What is that? The same example, if you have a table in front of you or around you, this table is a wooden table. It's made of wood. So when I tell you the mass, what is the mass of the table? I mean the amount of matter, which is wood, inside the table. Like mass of the bottle of water when I say it has a mass, what is the mass of the bottle of water? I mean the amount of water inside the bottle. That means its mass. So the mass is the amount of water in the bottle, the amount of matter in the object, okay, the amount of wood in the wooden table, okay, the amount of ink in your pen. This is the mass. And about the volume, when I say that the volume of something, I mean the space that this thing occupied, okay, like if I put a chair in a room, I can say that this room is empty because there's a space occupied by the chair. So the volume of anything is how much space does the things occupy. Okay. So the first thing of the measuring is length. So what we use to measure the length, we use the measuring tool of the length. If you're talking about the short length, like length of book, you have to use a ruler. Why? Because the book is short, so it can be easy to be measured by a ruler. So what if it's a long thing, like for my class, length of classroom, or my room, or my table? So I can get a ruler. Why? Because I need a tape, which is, say, graduated tape. The graduated tape, that one, is a measuring tool that's used to measure the long length of anything that has a long length, like the length of your room, the length of your classroom. Okay, that's called graduated tape. Graduated tape. That's called graduated tape. Okay. The other thing that, okay, I use the graduated tape and the ruler to measure the length of the book, and I found it's 5 what? 5 centimeter. So centimeter for a short length, like the length of your pencil. So now are you ready to get a pencil? Please get a pencil. Okay, I need you to get your ruler. Okay, put the pencil and the ruler on a table and try to measure the length of this pencil. Okay, I give you 5 or 10 centimeters. We call it centimeters. So centimeters is the measuring unit of the length. Okay, and its symbol cm, which is centimeters. Okay, means what if it's longer? I mean, what if I can measure the table or my desk? Oh, my desk it's longer than my ruler. So I need to use the measuring tape. So the measuring tape will get you for the long length, like dimensions of the room side or your classroom. This by measuring unit called meter, and the measuring tool called graduated tape. Okay, and what if I want to measure my street? Oh, why not? But the measuring unit then will not be a centimeter, even a meter. So it will be a kilometer. So my road, my street outside is 5 kilometer, 3 kilometer, but it's kilometer. So again, the measuring units of the length, the first centimeter, and centimeter is used for the short length, like the length of your pencil or the length of your book. That's all measured by a measuring tool, which is ruler, and a measuring unit, which is centimeter. And the other one, what if I needed to measure the length of my table, of my desk? So you will be used the measuring tool, which is, when I give someone, I need you to say with me, okay? The measuring tool is graduated tape. Excellent. And what about the measuring units? It will give you 10 what? 10 meter. Why 10 meter or whatever the number? But we use the measuring units, which is meter. Okay, which is meter. So meter is a measuring unit that's used for long length, like dimensions of your classroom or room size. The other one, if you will use a very big long length, like the road or street, this all a very long length, we will use kilometer. So if I ask you what the distance between Cairo to Alexandria, it was calculated by kilometer. Okay. Here we have the kilometer, the 1 kilometer equal 100 meters, and the 1 meter equal 100 centimeters. Okay, you have to be careful of this note because it's very, very important. The 1 kilometer has 1,000 meter, and the meter has 100 centimeter. Again, the 1 kilometer has 1,000 meters, and the 1 meter equal 100 centimeters. So that's about the length. What about the mass? The mass has a measuring tools like the sensitive balance. The sensitive balance is used for the small masses, like this is a picture of the sensitive balance. And the sensitive balance used for small masses like gold and jewelries and chemicals. They are very sensitive places, things that we need a sensitive balance to measure its mass by. The other kind of the balance called common balance. Common balance is used for the large masses. The large masses like fruits and vegetables. This is a kind of the common balance, and this is the other kind, or the other shape of the common balance. And this balance sometimes called two-band balance because it has two bands. Okay, so the mass has a measuring tools. The measuring tools of mass, the sensitive balance and a common balance. Sensitive balance is used for the small masses like gold, jewelries and chemicals. But the common balance is used for large masses like vegetables and fruits. The other one, we say that we have a measuring tools. What about the measuring units? The measuring units we call gram, the 1 gram. 1 gram, it's like the paper clip, okay? It is for the small masses like jewelries, and a kilogram for large masses like fruits. Ton, this about the iron or the very, very large masses like metals. Okay, and now we will make a complete revision of what we talked. So we have talked that the matter is anything around you and has a mass and volume, or anything that has a mass and occupies a place. And the mass is the amount of matter in any object. Volume, it is the part of the space occupied by the body. And the measuring tools, any concept which is length or mass or volume, they are all has two things. The first one, the measuring tools. The other one, the measuring units. So the first one, the measuring tools of the length, is a measuring ruler. And it's used for the short length, like length of book. And if I get a longer spaces, longer length, I will use graduated tape. And this like the length of your classroom, and this is the shape of graduated tape. So about the measuring units, the first one, centimeter, and it's a short length like the length of your pencil, and meter, and for long length like dimension of your class size or classrooms. Kilometer is a very long, large length like the distance between cities. And don't forget that note, which is 1 kilometer equal 1000 meter, and 1 meter equal 100 centimeters. The other part, a mass, has measuring tools and measuring units. The first one, the measuring tools. The measuring tools, the first one like sensitive balance, and that's its shape. And the sensitive balance is used for small masses like gold, jewelries, and chemicals. And the other one called the common balance, and it's used for the large masses like fruits and vegetables. Here the common balance, and we have another one called two-band balance, and it's another kind of the common balance. And about the measuring units of the mass, gram. We use the gram for small masses like jewelries. Kilogram, we use it for masses like fruits. And ton, we use it for the very large masses like metals. So now let's make worksheet together. The first question say the common balance is used for measuring, remember, balance. When I say a balance, whatever its kind, it's measured, the large masses like fruits or vegetables. The other one, length, can be measured by some units as the length. Length can be measured by, but don't forget that I need the measurement unit, the measuring units, okay, of the length. Well, it's meter or centimeter or kilometer for the very large length. And the matter has mass and volume. And 1 kilogram equal 1000 grams. So if I told you here 5 kilograms, if I say 5 kilograms, it will be equal 5,000 grams. Okay, but here's because it's 1, it's equal 1,000 grams. And the meter is a unit of the measuring. A meter, remember? Length, Thank you guys for today. I wish you understand it, and see you next session, and goodbye.